Hi everyone, Joe here. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. And today I'm here in the family room, and I think I'm going to do something for early fall. And the reason I'm doing something so early for early fall is because I am going to start Christmas extremely early this year. So if I don't put something up now, I'm just going to, skip fall altogether. So what can I do to make it look early fall and not so, mid to deep fall? So I decided to definitely not go overboard. I'm not going to do it. I can't do it. It's just too much. I have so much planned for Christmas that I just can't, be putting stuff out and taking stuff in. So actually what I'm going to be doing is some of the things that I put up, I'm actually going to transition into my Christmas decor. So my original question is, what can I do to show early fall and not so much, mid or late fall? So first thing obviously is I'm not going to use any orange, because once I use orange, that gives hints of deep fall. Now I love orange, but I'm not going to use it, and I'm not taking it out. I don't think I'm going to get it out at all this year because it's going to, move. I'm going to be moving into other areas. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm really loving the green that we have going on in here, all our green accents. So I'm going to take off on that. I think if I use creams and maybe sage greens here, it will keep it looking very, late summer, early fall. Now, I didn't want to use any pumpkins whatsoever, but I think I do have some sage green pumpkins, so I might add a couple in here. So I'm thinking the only place that I'm going to decorate is here on the mantle, so let's get started. So the first thing I did, obviously, was clear the decks. The first thing I do when I'm going to decorate for the holidays on the mantle is, for this fireplace, I use this board. Now, this allows me to put nails in it and screws in it and whatnot so that I don't do any damage to my actual mantle. Now, this is a extremely heavy board. I don't remember where I got it or where I found it or anything about it, but when I picked it up wherever I was and I felt the weight of it, it immediately popped into my head, this is going to be good for my mantle to hold all of my decor. Now, for the fall, for this one, it's not necessary, but for Christmas, because it is, I tend to put a lot on the mantle. I do use C clamps, one on that end and one on the other end, and then I hide it with the garland so you don't see it. When Christmas time comes and I do that, I will refresh your memory with using the C clamp. But for right now, I don't need it. I only need my board to hold up what I'm going to do. So it works well for me. I hope it works well for you. I know a lot of people have written to me telling me that they do use this trick now. I put a screw at each end, and I put up this inexpensive Walmart piece of garland. Now, I don't want to see the garland, so that's why I use this sparse piece right here. I mean, if I use this during the holiday time, I will have to double it and triple it in order for it to look decent. But since I don't want to see it, this is going to be absolutely fine. But I think what I'm going to do before I put anything else on here, I'm going to put a set of 100 mini white lights just to make some ambiance when it's all done. Whenever I put lights on something like this, what I'll do is, this has 100 lights on it, so I count to 50, and then I'll put 50 and 51 right in the middle, and then this way I know I'm going to have even coverage on each side, because what'll happen is, if you don't do that, you'll just like clump all your lights up in one spot, and then you won't have enough for the other end, or you'll spread it out so far that you'll have too much at the other end. So that's just a little hint. And there's my 100 mini lights in there just to give it a little bit of ambiance. I made sure that I got even coverage on both sides, including the pieces that hang down. Just give that little bit of twinkle. I picked out a few things right here, and I'm going to start putting these guys in first because they're bigger. I started by putting 3 pumpkins at this end. I used a creamy colored one, then one that I painted these 2 color greens, and one that I painted this brownish color, so not orange. These 2 are the Dollar Tree foam little pumpkins. What I did was, like I just said, I painted them using acrylic paint, and then I took a branch from the tree, I cut it, and I made, better looking stems. And then that one, I don't know where we got that. So, one of those, like maybe the Christmas tree shop or something like that. So now I'm just going to repeat that on the other side. And how do I do that? Very simple. I put floral wire into the foam, and then I just wrap it around one of the branches to keep it secure. Now I have them at both ends. And just, to let you know, sometimes what happens is they don't want to stay where I want them. So I actually use a piece of the garland itself and I just stick it right into the pumpkin. I'm not afraid to make a mark on it because I can always cover it up. And also sometimes when I want them to lay closer to each other and they don't, I just use toothpicks. I put one in each side of it and I just press them together. Okay, so I got a few more stems. I got some pine and I got some cedar and so on. So I'm going to put those in. Cedar first. So I stuck the greenery in, and I think this is like my favorite part because it reminds me most of gardening. Kind of like I use the same principles inside as I do outside. If you've ever seen my yard videos, so I like the different textures and I like the different greens, some darker, some lighter. Gives dimension. It gives movement and so on. So I put in the pine, I put in the cedar. I just worked my way down on each side and then I came to the middle. I had one pick and I just kind of flattened it out so that it would give the middle piece like that. Next thing in is I'm going to put in some cream colored leaves. So you see, these are the leaves. They're very neutral. They have white. They have like a pale pink and a pale beigey brown kind of a color. And I think it looks really neutral and very calming when I look at it. I really enjoyed doing this and I enjoy looking at it. Next, these little pumpkins and some pine cones. I did this little arrangement as you enter into the family room, which coordinates with what's going on the mantle. So you can see what I did was I opened up, it's a box, I opened up the box and then I added in this greenery. And then I proceeded to add the same kind of pumpkins, the cream, the brown, and the green, as well as that kind of crackly gold one. And then I added in the leaves and the pine cones so it coordinates with what's going on the mantle. And I'll show you that from here, looking at this and the mantle at the same time. Okay, everybody, so I hope you like that simple little early fall mantle, very neutral, nothing like that's going to smack you in the face. It's just there, very, very pretty and very, very soothing. So, like I said, I'll continue. I'll do a couple of more things and then on to Christmas. But for now, early fall stuff. All right, so hope everybody's doing okay and you take care and I'll be seeing you really soon.